Sirach 9 and 13. Keep thee far from the man that have the power to kill, so shalt thou doubt the fear of death, and if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest unto the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlement of the city. Giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalawam, Kwam Yahshua Allah. Kwam Yahshua Allah to the house of David. So this lesson is going to be on the death style of the eased, the wicked. The death style. Stay away from the death style of the wicked. In contrast, we done a lifestyle. Yahshua Allah is a lifestyle, and we have that formula. We just have to stick to that formula. Very simple. Stick to the formula of life. Stay away from the death style. And we're going to go into this a little bit, just a little bit, hit some precepts. Because everywhere you turn, every corner that you turn around, everywhere you look, you see it. It's evident. Esau's about that death. You know, you can't do nothing nice and just keep things nice and simple. It's like if you want to plant something, I just use an example, a little sequelary illustration. If you want to plant a nice tree or herb and keep it nice and watered and keep it pure, there's no way it's gonna grow without getting some kind of defect, because the water is not pure to feed it with. It's not HP pure, HP 7 or plus. It's not pure enough. The earth, the soil is polluted. It's abominable. The air is polluted. The minds of the people is all polluted, so you can't keep nothing pure. If you have a woman, she ain't pure either. So nothing's pure in this place, man. It's all about death everywhere you look. And it's in his movies too. You know, that movie there, I done a video on the movie Carnage. Venom, let there be carnage. And you see it all in the movies, man, you know. You don't have to go looking for death, because death is there right in front of your eyes. You see it all the time. You know, when you look at that, just that little trailer of the movie Carnage, there's 3 characters that are prominent in the movie: Venom, Carnage, and Toxic. Venom, Carnage, and Toxic. Boy, that just, you know, you can't make this up. That's all. These are all symbols of death, man. Venom, Carnage, and Toxic. Symbols of death. And Venom's everywhere, you know, because we're hearing about the venom juice that they want to give it to you. And you got celebrities that say, "Nah, we don't want none of that." Kyrie Irving's one of them. I mean, I used to be into my tennis in a big way, and hearing about Djokovic, top seed, champion of the Australian Open, and all the Opens. He's a champion of tennis, and they're saying he can't come to Australia unless he gets that V, you know. But they found a way around it, because maybe he would be any kind of sportsman, or any kind of high level sportsman would know what's in those venom juice, and he would have done his research, because they know about all the nutritional side of things, and he would have known to avoid that. So they're saying that he has to be, if he goes to Australia, he has to be he has to go through that 14 day, what do they call that thing? I can't remember what they call that thing, man. That 14 day where you have to stay in your house for a period of time to stay clean. 14-day purification, something. It'll come to me. So yeah, these are just some examples of them wanting to give you the venom juice, and all kind of people are aware of it. Some people are gonna cave in. Some people are gonna take it straight away. Some people are gonna try and resist it, and eventually cave in. doctors, nurses, all these so-called professional people, doctors, nurses, police officers, firemen. Some of them are saying, nah, they ain't taking it, but we just have to see. Just watch the ride. Let's hit another precept, because this is a lifestyle. We're dealing with life. We're dealing with life, and E is dealing with death. Here's another one. Sirach 25, because it's all in front of your eyes. You just have to be cognizant of it. Ultimately, you have to be of the elect. 15 says, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. Right. And if your enemy has a weapon, in this case the serpent's venom, just like in his movies, the toxic, he's got carnage, violence, death of mass murder of people, and he's got venom. He wants to give that to you. He wants to come on all sides. He wants to put it in the air, he wants to put it in the water, he wants to put it in the earth, and now he wants to put it in you, pollute you. So nothing's pure, everything is being polluted. So there is no head above the head of a serpent. Alright, the serpent is known as a serpent, or Leviathan in Isaiah 27, Leviathan, or the dragon. These are all his titles. The dragon, Leviathan, the serpent. These are all his titles. All venomous creatures. All lethal, deadly creatures. Weapons. Because he's a weapon. He is a weapon. And he uses his gift, which is the weapon of the sword, man. So we're aware of this serpent. Yeah, there is no head above the head of a serpent. A serpent waits patiently for his opportunity. He waits patiently for his opportunity so that he can give it to you. If you ever seen any of those movies, Snake and the Eagle Shadow, Snake and the Monkey Shadow, all those kung fu movies where you see how the snake operates. Very patient, waits for his opportunity to strike, and then he pounds because he can't take chances. He doesn't want to miss his opportunity. That's a serpent. So, but we're the serpents too, and we're watching you. Yeah, you watching us, we're watching you, and the Most High ultimately is watching everything that's going on. Yeah, the brass serpent, Yahushua. Yeah, you're watching us, we're watching you, and Yahushua is watching all movement, everything that's going on, because his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So serpent, all you're waiting, and when you try and pounce on the elect, he's going to put his foot on your head. Yeah, he's going to put his foot on your head, because that's how you get rid of serpents. You attack the head and the body falls. You attack the head and the body falls. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy, and that's the enemy. Right. So we know you're very wrathful and hateful. Let's see another one. Stay away from the wrath of the serpent. Stay away from the death style. Let's see another precept. This is a must, this one. Sirach 12 and 10 says, never trust thine enemy, for like iron rusted so is his wickedness. Though he go humble in himself and go crouching, yet take heed, good heed, and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his trust hath not been altogether wiped away. His rust, let me say that correctly. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Yes, you clean it up, or you can act all clean and prim and proper. That rust is going to show eventually. Yeah, with all that extra politeness that you have, and his woman, all that extra politeness and courtesy, underneath it is a seething, venomous serpent. Underneath it, just like if you saw the movie, man, I refer to it again, Venom. When he takes hold of that man there, yeah, the man seems to be all prim and proper, and when Venom shows his ugly fangs, he just comes out of nowhere and shows his ugly fangs. Yeah, possesses that man and takes hold of him, and he shows his ugly venomous fangs, and anytime he strikes, it's death. And then he introduces you to his lovely friend Venom Juice. So yeah, though he humble himself and go crouching, yeah, take heed. And why do I say the woman's worse? The woman's worse because people see her as some kind of harmless, defenseless creature who will do no wrong. That's why she's worse, because people let their guard down when she's around. But when she comes and approaches you with all that extra polite, courteous, soft voice crap, all that fake shit. Though he go humbling himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of thee. Beware of him, and thou shalt know as if thou hast wiped away the looking glass, thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, or she. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. Let me take my time. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take away thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be prickled therein. Yeah? Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh? Who will pity a charmer? Well, you got the venom, man. That's it for you, man. And we don't pity these people when we see them bugging out on social media, you know, regretting that they made that dumb, trusting their enemy, made that dumb decision. We don't feel pity for them. Some of them have lost limbs. Some of them can't talk no more. Them can't function no more. Them doing the break dance, you know, literally lost legs. And they're still talking about, oh, we're not trying to say don't take it. That's just foolish, pure folly and stupidity. That's why we don't pity them. Still trying to say, oh, we're not against it. After you lost your limbs, you're a damn fool. And he's talking about you're not against the serpent juice. You're a damn fool. You're under a spell. So who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? Yeah, and that's why when them nurses talk about, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years, and now it's happened to me now. You know, now I'm all messed up. I can't talk, can't walk. You know, paralyzed from the waist down. How many people did you paralyze? You nurses, you Edomite nurses, serpents. How many people did you paralyze while you was doing that job for 10 years? You wicked damn serpents. That's why I'm not trust none of them. Yeah? When you really think about it. That's why the Most High is jacking them up. A lot of them Edomites. A lot of them who are getting jacked up and taking the serpent juice are Edomite women. The Most High is doing that to them. Because they've been going under the radar for years, for decades, for centuries. The Most High is getting them back now. All the people that they've had lynched, you know, the black, so-called black people, men that have had lynched, cried rape, they're all back here and they're all getting jacked up now by, this is the Most High wrath upon them. Yeah? Whatsoever a man or woman soweth, that they shall also reap. That's why I always say, what they have been doing to us, past, present and future, shall fall upon their own head, and it's happening now. Yeah, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, or her heart, he imagine how to throw thee unto a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find an opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, him or her. Though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Yeah, waiting for you to quoke. Yeah, the Edomite man or woman, so that they could find out all your bank details and get the money out of there for when you've gone. Oh, there's a social media. There's a woman on social media talking about, oh, I did stab my husband to death, and if he ain't dead, I wish I made sure he was dead. She said she had no repentance. She had no remorse about it. This woman was in her 60s or 70s. I stabbed him. Yeah, I stabbed him. I killed. You know, that's their spirit, innit? Cold people, heartless people. saying she stabbed her man because he was this and that, and she was lying anyway. He was probably doing what he could do, just being himself, and she probably had some kind of, knowing them, she probably had some kind of insurance out on his head, and then she's trying to get rid of him and say how he was abusing me. They're full of scams, these people. Never trust them. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. Though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he or her undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. So you've been exposed, yeah? Everything you've been doing to us, you Edomite men and women, yeah? For decades. That's why the Most High is making sure you're getting jacked up and judged. Yeah. And I saw the video that Elder Malcolm I put up about these two young so-called teenagers got raped to death. And boy, that was a gruesome death. The men then was trampling on their dead bodies, stamping on their heads. They had no teeth. That was a gruesome death, rape and murder. Premeditated. That's a judgment, man. It's a fearful thing. Yeah, that was some real shit, man. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh power. He's making sure you Edomite men and women, I ain't going under the radar. You've been going under the radar for far too long. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yoshai. Let's hit another one. This is in Sirach. Yeah, because stay away from the death style. We're about that life. We're not about that death. Leave the death to the ease. They got the formula, and they've showed that they've, just like with the life formula, you find a good formula that works for you. You stay on it, keep doing it over and over again, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you stay on the winning formula, the healing life formula. With Ena, he's got the same principle. He's got a death formula, which he's been doing, keeping us oppressed, keeping us down. The Willie Lynch, remember the Willie Lynch syndrome? I've got the little book on that. Yeah, Willie Lynch, he was a psychologist that raised horses, and he had the formula to how to raise horses to keep them docile and subject to the formula of being what is that, the formula of death, basically the formula of death, yeah, subject to all the different types and keeping them separate, growing them up to be dumb, docile young men, and rising up the women and separating the men from the women, and different categories of people, separating the people. The Willie Lynch letter. Yeah, and I'll probably go into that in due time. Every now and then I'm going to take out little clips out of that Willie Lynch letter, because it goes into it very good. Separating the men and the women, the young men from the boys, the different hairs, different categories of colour. The Willie Lynch letter. So that was a formula of death and how to keep the so-called black man down and oppressed. So they had that formula, and they understand that very well. The death formula that works. Stay on it and it continues. And they even said in the book, it won't be able to stop that unless there's some kind of divine intervention. It won't be broken. Yeah, but it is being broken now because there is a divine intervention. The Most High, the whole Yahweh is waking his children up, and we're breaking out of that spell, the Willie Lynch letter, that spell. Let me bring out this precept. Sirach 14 and 5 says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Right. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Stay away from the death style. In a nutshell, stay away from the death style. Cling to the lifestyle. The death style would only lead you down that, as it says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Right. Get away from the death style, get onto the lifestyle. Now I'm going to bring out this precept in Proverbs We just came out of the Apocrypha, bring out a couple of precepts out of the Apocrypha. We're going to get some precepts in the book of Proverbs now. Read a couple of verses. Proverbs 4:14 says, and here's some wise words of wisdom. Right. One of my favorite books. So let's bring out some verses. 14 of Proverbs 4 says, enter not unto the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Right, the ease and the wicked of our own people and all the goyim, the other nations. Right, stay away from the death style. Enter not unto the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. I mentioned the unnecessary folly that a lot of our own people are into. Was that the little Nas X spirit? A lot of people are into that Snoop Doggy Dogg, foolish, folly spirit, sellout spirit, no integrity spirit, right? Enter not, and that's the death style. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not into the way of evil men. And they've gone in the way of evil men. They've sold their soul to the devil. Yeah, they've took on board the death style, the formula of death, and that is their future. Yeah, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For thy sleep not, except they have done mischief. That's the ease, yeah, which are described as the serpents, or the dragon, or the Leviathan. Yeah, the serpent. There is no hatred above the head of a serpent. There is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. And that's the men and the women. Don't you let them fool you for 1 minute. There is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. And don't matter them speak nice and courteous with all the manners. They show manners and they speak nice and polite and act like they won't harm a fly. But there is no wrath above the wrath of the wicked enemy. That's the men and the women. Let's be clear. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, pass away. For thy sleep, they sleep not, except they have done mischief. They have to do mischief. It's in their DNA, it's in their blood. That's why you see them when you're walking down the road, you mind your own business. They might watch you. They might watch you to see if if you slip up, they'll be there. You alright? Oh, are you sure about that? You alright? Oh, alright then. Have a nice day. Fuck out of here, man. For they sleep not, except they have to do mischief. It's in their DNA. Don't be fooled. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Yeah, they want to cause you to fall, or they want to wait for you to fall so they can be there, acting like they want to help you. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. Yeah, the philosophies of this world. Yeah, and everything, like I say, everything is polluted. That's the food, the philosophies, the wine. It represents philosophies, and it's a wine of violence, corruption, and wickedness. Right. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, but the path of the just, right, the lifestyle, the path of the just, as the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Yeah, I had to slow down for that one. I'm going to take my time and come again with that one. Let that one settle, come again. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Right. Let it settle. Breathe. And read again. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. And the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at why they stumble. Because they have a lifestyle that is of death, a death style. We have a lifestyle, a formula of life, and they have the formula of death. The way of the wicked is as the darkness. They know not at why they stumble. Yeah, that. That's a demon. The demon jumped on that guy for him to act like a fool there. That's a demon jumped on that guy. Yeah, can you hear that? This is what this word does to people. This is what this word does to people. It bugs them out. You see? The power of this word. Let me read it again. This hurts them. The way of the wicked is as darkness, they know not at why they stumble. Yeah, that's a spear going into that demon's heart over there. It's a spear going into his heart. So we want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. We got this truth. Rise up to the house of David, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present and future, is falling upon their own head. Let's bring out the last one to end it off. Right. We started with it. We're going to end with it. Yes. Sirach 9 and 13 says, keep thee far from the man that have the power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Right. Remember that thou goest unto the midst of snares. That's why you hear people in my bog out. That's why you hear people in my bog out. Because they took on the death style. Yeah? They took on that death style and they're bugging out now. Keep thee far from the man that have the power to kill, so thou shalt not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest unto the midst of snares. Yeah, this place is full of snares, man. Yeah? Landmines. And you got to dodge this place. You got to dodge all the landmines, that the snares that Esau has laid out for you. The death style. You got to dodge them. Lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest unto the midst of snares, and thou walkest upon the battlement of the city. Kala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, giving our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for giving the spirit to do this video. The wicked are going down and they know not why they stumble. The things that they've done to us is now falling upon their own head. And to Wada to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, again, give me the spirit to do this video. The house of David is rising, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present and future, is now falling upon their own head.